Claudia, thanks so much for jumping in today. You have been part of our staff now for a while, helping out with our students. And
Mhm.
recently, you've kind of learned a process that is really helping our staff. In fact, yesterday you trained me on it, and I got to use it with our elder team last night with great results. And I thought this is the perfect thing to share with people across our church.
Mhm.
And so you've been working with this thing called the prayer of indifference, right?
Mhm.
Tell us just
Yes.
briefly, like in 60 seconds, what is the prayer of indifference and why would anyone do this?
Prayer of indifference in a nutshell is just being aware of what we're indifferent about in relation to God's voice in our everyday lives, in our decisions, and all of that. Just kind of uh, doing a better job of putting our intentions, our agenda, our beliefs, and leaving those at the door. So when you're walking into a meeting, a good family conversation, a coffee with a friend, even just at the start of your day, just to really be able to quiet yourself and be very in tune to what God is saying to you and really listening and taking the time to be quiet and listen to that and setting aside time for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of times we can assume that God is speaking, or we assume that what we
Mm,
want or what we think is automatically the same. But even in Jesus'
yes.
life, we see Jesus wrestle with this tension between his will and the will of the Father, taught us to pray about it.
Yes.
And so this, I've just found, sometimes processes can feel really formal and a little stodgy at times, but also when you're acquiring a new skill, it's really helpful. And then
Mm-hmm.
it develops this flexibility over time. And so, maybe just for a minute, how have you experienced the help of this kind of listening and creating space for God to speak?
So that's personally speaking, I struggle quieting my mind. I stay up late many nights and just staring at my ceiling fan, just processing, thinking, stressing, wondering, dreaming. And so it's a very healthy habit for me to intentionally quiet myself, center myself, um, and bringing God into that.
Mm.
It's just a very healthy way to, like I said earlier, start a day. It's also a very healthy way to make sure that the Holy Spirit is speaking through you when you are in situations of um, whether it's like discernment or just, someone's confiding in you. It's just so healthy to just take a few minutes to just close your eyes, turn off your phone, turn off the world, and let God in and just he's just going to show up in incredible ways. He's going to speak through you. He's going to be in the room with you. Inviting him in is just next level to praying. Praying is amazing, but inviting him into these conversations, these things that we're worried about, these life decisions, um, it's a game changer.
So many people are making so many kinds of decisions right now: financial decisions,
Yes.
vocational decisions, relational decisions, where to
Mhm.
live, move, spend, all kinds of stuff that people are
Even
going
just
through.
everyday decisions with your kids, like seeking the patience that you need to help with this homeschooling situation. Just like all those things that we're dealing with because of the pandemic are we've never had to do before. Some of us have done some lost jobs, and homeschooled children. But when it's put on you, we have a different, we see it as a struggle versus it's a choice. And so bringing God into those daily type situations, and quieting our minds to do that, it's really neat.
Quieting our minds. You've said that a few times, and that's that's a challenge for a lot of us. So many things buzzing
Yes.
and chirping and beeping and pinging
Mm-hmm.
us all the time, people around
Mm-hmm.
us, all kinds of things
Yes.
vying for our attention. And so,
Mm-hmm.
there's this really powerful phrase that you and I both relate to. It's the three nothings. Like if you were to boil the prayer of indifference down to these three simple statements, what is that?
Nothing more, nothing less, and nothing else but God's will. I mean, man, that's as simple as it gets, but as big as it gets.
Yeah, someone once said that important things are simple and simple things are hard. Like
Yes.
there's a profound simplicity to that
Mm,
statement. And as followers of Jesus, obviously that's what we want. It's what we want to want.
yes.
And this
Yes.
process is so helpful. And so I just want to encourage everybody. I've learned so
Mm,
much from Claudia and from others who have helped me kind of step into this. It's been helpful for
mm,
different groups of people around our church. And
mm,
I think it's absolutely worth your time to give God a fresh voice in a fresh way
mm.
with a new tool that is easily used and easily handed to those around you, used with your family and friends. So
Yeah.
check it out.